here today to talk about, to ask you the question, can I or can you get a grant with bad credit? Come on in, let's talk about it. I am hoping to free some of you entrepreneurs and small business owners out there because I get so many of you all that message me, email me asking about your bad credit, and you think it's stopping you from getting money for your business. So I'm hopefully going to free you all today and give you some real insights on how you can get free money for your business even while you are working on improving your credit. So again, come on in, do hit that like button, hit that love button, give us a thumbs up wherever you're viewing from. Do subscribe if you love our content and you're benefiting from it. Do subscribe so that you get notification, hit that notification bell so you know that when we provide new content, you can be the first one to know and be able to take action for you and your business. That is going to be so important, especially right now when we're in the midst of a pandemic. So many entrepreneurs and small business owners need a lifeline. You're needing money, right? And so you want to know how you can get it. Well, I'm here to show you how to get it, how to get your money. Now, I know you all are, some of you all have challenges with your credit even prior to the pandemic happening. So let's talk about it really quickly. Let's get rid of the stigma. I don't really even like the word bad credit. I think that has a negative connotation. Let's just think of it as for what it is. Your personal credit, okay, or business credit, but let's focus on personal credit because that's the thing that I get a lot of you all talking about. So you got to address your personal credit before you can address your business credit, right? Your personal credit, when you talk about your credit, that is a risk score. It really just tells of your credit worthiness in the eyes of service providers, other creditors, in financial institutions, to know how much of a risk are they taking on you by providing you something, whether it's money or a car or giving you access to a credit card. How likely are you to pay it back? So they use that as a scale to be able to tell, okay, the person that I'm dealing with, if they're looking to buy a car, they're looking to get credit, or you're looking to even get a business credit card, right? What they're looking for is how much of a risk do they have to take to give you money. So I always tell you that even when you're applying for these grants and how transparent you have to be, you're an open book because you're expecting funders, grantors to give you free money. They want to know about your business, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's a grant or a loan or whatever the case is. They want to know what the risk is in working with you or giving you any type of funding. So that is important to know. Let's not think of it as you're a bad person because you have a low credit score, okay? Because it's a scale. The scale is from 300 to 850. And think of it this way. The higher your score is, the more benefits you get. Like, who doesn't want more benefits, right? If you're going after something or trying to get a loan or trying to buy a house, you want the most benefits, right? You want the lowest interest rate. That's really what your credit score is and why you want to work on improving your credit score. But rather than talking about I have bad credit, let's get out of that mindset because a lot of you all have taken that on as though you're a bad person because your credit score isn't at an 850. Okay, so don't think of it that way. And there's a number of different things that impact your credit score, right? So we know we're in a pandemic. So even if you thought you had a great credit score, a lot of people just during the pandemic, things happen. You may have lost your job. You may gotten sick. You may have gotten all of these medical bills. There are so many things. You may have been a victim of identity theft. That does not mean that you are a bad person or there's anything wrong with you. What you want to do is take steps in order to improve your credit and to get to where you want to be, just like any other goals that you have for yourself or you have for your business. Look at it that way, that every day you're going to take a step towards improving your credit to get it closer to 850 so you can reap more of the benefits that other people at that range can get. Now, as far as grants are concerned, grants are free money for your business. That means there's no interest, there's no anything that you have to pay back, there's no payment terms. It is free money for you to use in the way that it was intended when you apply, right? So for the business grants that we're going after, that I want you all to go after, that you're scared to go after, you think you can't qualify for because of credit, let me free you today. You can. The grants are not even, your credit score is not even considered when you're applying for grant opportunities for free money. I've never seen it. Okay. And as you know, I research a lot of grants, and I have not even seen it on an application where they're asking you to to even provide your credit score, for that matter. So a lot of you are assuming that that is the case, and it is not. So again, there are grants out there, both national grants, international grants at your state, county, and city levels that are available for you. And I just want you to go after it and start applying, and not letting your credit score determine if you are going to apply for a grant or not. Now, as far as the federal programs are concerned, because I know a lot of us have applied for the federal relief programs, that means the Paycheck Protection Program and EIDL, which is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, where your credit, you find, was a factor, may have been a determining factor in whether or not you received the funds or not. So understand that those programs are through the SBA. They're federal programs through the SBA, where the SBA administers these programs, allocate funds for a loan. The EIDL is a loan. It came with the grant. You will know that if you got the grant, even if you were denied the loan that you had to pay back, you got the grant, which was not even based on credit, right? They were supposed to give you the grant before they even made a determination if you qualified for the loan, the EIDL loan, or not. That is why, even with the EIDL loan, okay, even with that program, I know a lot of you all, I've gotten messages as late as this week about the EIDL program and getting in the credit scores, okay? Understand that when they deny you on the basis of credit, it is not just your credit score. It may be a credit issue. You need to find out exactly what the issue is that they're saying. Now, if it's your score and they say, okay, your score is low, because typically for SBA loan, it is between 620 and 640. So maybe you're at a 570 credit score, okay? Understand these are things that you can overcome, especially with the disaster, the economic injury disaster loan program. Just because you got denied does not mean you just throw up your hands and just give up. You have to fight for what you want, right? And there is always a process that you can go through. So like for that program, you have an appeals process, which is really the reconsideration process to have them reevaluate your loan application. This is where the telling a compelling story comes into play. So you know how I always tell you about when you're applying for grants, I don't care what it is. If it's a grant, if it's a pitch competition to get free money for your business, if it's a loan, you need to tell your story. And don't be ashamed if you have a low credit score. They will tell them why. Tell them why you should get a chance. Maybe you filed for bankruptcy. Okay. Don't be ashamed that you filed for bankruptcy. They want to know what it is, because things happen. I'm good. I'm great with credit, but even in my lifetime, things came up that were outside of my control that impacted my credit. And then it was what it was, but I took action to improve it. And I was able to explain what happened. So 20 years of having excellent credit score, and I lose my job, or I go into the hospital, I have a condition, or I have a parent that I had to stop and take care of, I had to leave my job. These are all different situations that is understandable that happens to people, okay? And many of these same type of scenarios have happened to many of you all, okay? So don't be ashamed of that story. Let them know. You know, if something happened to you, you experienced a challenge in life that caused you to foreclose on your house or go bankrupt, okay? These are all things that you can overcome in life, and you can overcome with these programs. Explain it. Explain how the pandemic has impacted your business. Submit a request for reconsideration and follow that process through until you get approved. Or if they tell you, okay, look, this is what you need to do. Maybe you need to raise your credit score by 50. Then work on a plan to raise your credit score. And people have done that too in a relatively quick amount of time. And we're able to reapply for the program later. But you can even file for reconsideration and overcome the credit challenge without having to reapply for the program. Similar has happened with the Paycheck Protection Program, right? So the difference is the Paycheck Protection Program wasn't really based on credit as much as the EIDL was, but people were still being denied. But what many of you all didn't know was, okay, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of approved SBA lenders. And if you went to one lender and they denied you, you go to another lender who would approve you, right? And so many of you didn't even know that that was an option for you, but many of you did. And, you know, come to find out that, you know, maybe, you know, you applied at Square, right? Let's just use that as an example because they were one of the approved providers. And PayPal was an approved provider. You got denied from Square. Sometimes you knew why, sometimes you didn't. Okay, they didn't approve you as a lender. Then you go over to PayPal, they approved you, or PayPal denied you and Square approved you. So you had alternatives on where you could go to apply for PPP. So if you had one application that was pending or that was denied, even if you could apply to 10 different lenders for PPP loan, forgivable loan, which turned into 100% a grant once you meet the criteria. Okay. And so again, that means that there are different options for you. So you always have to know what your options are, weigh those, don't give up, and seek other alternatives. If one is saying no or delayed or not responsive to you, go apply to somewhere else. And I found that when people did that, they were able to get funded because they didn't give up, right? And they took action to get their money. So I hope you all are freeing yourselves today. Okay. So this is not about going into credit and how to repair your credit and all that, those different things. What you need to know is just take a step like you do in everything else and improving yourself, improving your credit profile, right? To get you more benefits, but not letting your situation, your circumstance prevent you from going after what you want. I mean, we can sit here all day and wallow in the fact that our credit isn't where we should be, or we can take action. Okay. And your credit score is not a factor when it comes to grant money. When you take out a loan, they are loaning. You are borrowing for a period of time, a term, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years, however the term is, that they're counting on you to pay that money back. That is a risk, right? That's why your credit is playing a factor in that, because they want their money back. Okay, it's just like if you loan somebody money. Have you ever loaned somebody money? And they said they were going to pay it back. You're risking, right? You're taking a risk on them not paying it back. And some of you all are out there. Let me know if you're out there. They have loaned money to family or friends, counting on getting it back, and you didn't get it back. I hear about that all the time. So just like you are taking a risk, understand that other companies are taking a risk on you as well. But there are so many grants right now. I just don't want you all to miss out on the free money that is out there. Not just out there, but small business is about to be even more flooded with free money for your business in a number of different ways. Whether you have to pitch yourself. Pitching is basically selling yourself. Whether you're pitching yourself on a grant application, you're going to do a video like I'm getting ready to do and submit that video to tell your story and why you should be a recipient of the money and how good your business is and what solutions you bring to the marketplace. You are constantly selling yourself and having to tell a compelling story. Your story is going to get you the money that you need. Stop focusing on what you don't have, right? And focus on what you do. Stop focusing on the negative. Think about the positive. What do you bring to the table? What are your qualifications? Because you're qualified. You need to shift your mindset and show up with confidence. Know that you are qualified, because that's going to come across, and no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're applying for. So if you have that mindset of no, woe is me, I can't get it, I'm not good enough, and it's too many people applying, why should they choose me? No, why shouldn't they choose you? Okay. So that's the mindset that anything that I apply for, my belief is that I'm going to get it. I'm the most qualified. There's no one that deserves this money more than I do. All the great work I'm doing, I'm pouring into people. There's things that you're doing, right? So you just have to remember that and know that and show up like that and start applying, right? Don't count yourself out before you've even given yourself a chance. We all could be better at something. We all can improve on different areas, and we work on that. It's all about taking action and making it happen and being intentional. Decide, what do you want? What do you want? Do you need money for your business? Now, if you don't need money for your business, this message is not for you. Okay. This is for people that you want money for your business and you want free money for your business. That's out there. And it's billions of dollars out there, and will be billions more coming. And I want you all to be prepared and ready to get it. And so you have to know that you're deserving. Show up confidently and boldly, and then take your necessary action. Stop the procrastination, the delaying, because while you're delaying, somebody has gotten the grant that could have been yours. Now, there's a grant with all of your names on it, and I see you all out there. Okay, but do you want it? And what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice to get it? How patient are you willing to be to get it? Okay, so an example is the Facebook grant, and I'm going to be talking more about this because I'm going to talk about it when I get it, because I'm going to get it. So I'm just waiting on the deposit. Okay, but it's been almost 3 months, right? And some people have not had patience with the program, and they calling it a scam and a sham, or they're not checking in and monitoring their emails, and they're missing the deadlines, they're missing the emails, so then they're losing out on the money. So while they're doing all that, I'm getting my money. So this is serious business, because as many of you all out there that I know that I've helped get grants, there's many more that missed out because they chose not to take action, or they didn't take the right action, or they gave up too quickly, or they weren't patient enough. Okay, so these are all tips that I use to secure money for my business. And again, I want you all to be able to get it, to be ready. You have to be ready. These grants are highly competitive and they have short turnaround times. The application may only be open for 5 days. So while you're waiting, thousands of people have already applied or ahead of you. Right? So again, stop thinking, focusing on the negative and what you don't have. Think about what you want. And how much money do you want for your business? Have a goal. I know how much money I want for my business, and I don't plan to pay any interest on it. These are not loans. This is free money, and I don't care where you are at in your business. You know, you may think you're doing great, and you may be, but you still need money. This is the time that you should be making money your priority. You should be carving out time to get this money. It just is what it is. And COVID is on the rise. So, I mean, I know many businesses came back and were doing great. Now they have another setback. So, but while you have a setback, there's money that you can have. That means that you could keep sustaining and keep growing in your business because you already knew that this was possible, that you may have another shutdown, or you may have to reduce hours, or you may have to close your shop inside. You may not have customers, so then you have to pivot. Or maybe you change your delivery, or now you become a delivery restaurant, or whatever it is. Have a goal. And show up with intention every single day. Set a time on your calendar that you are going to focus on getting money for your business. Even if it's 30 minutes a day that you say, I'm going to focus on getting money for my business. Because if money isn't your priority, I don't know what to tell you. And I say this, and you're probably like, well, why is she saying all this? Because there are literally grantors that are begging, looking, searching, doing campaigns, trying to find you all as small businesses to give money to. They are ready and willing to give you money. And they can't find a lot of you, especially minorities and women. And so that you see a lot of these new grants coming out for minority business, women businesses, veteran businesses. These are the ones that have been disproportionately impacted and disproportionately left out of a lot of other funding. So you have friends that want to just give you money. They have billions of dollars. These companies and corporations, they're partnering together to give it to you. Again, do you want it? How much do you need for your business? Let me know. What are you going to spend it on? What are you going to use your money for? These are questions that every single time is going to be asked. Okay? It's going to be asked. And you have to be ready to tell them, and clearly and concisely. Okay? So this is serious business. I mean, I know it's serious business for you. I've been able to secure over $50,000 for my business in a matter of a few months, and I've helped over 1,000 entrepreneurs and small business owners secure over $1 million in free money, not loans, free money. Why? They took action. So again, it's up to you to take action. So let me just remind you, if you don't know already, we have a grant tracker. We have resources and tools. It's making the process for you easier. You don't need to hire a grant writer. You don't need to fill out any lengthy proposals. These grants, they have streamlined the process till it doesn't even make sense not to apply. It's just like, how much is it worth to you? Is it worth taking 30 minutes out of your time to get a $5,000 grant? You tell me. It's worth it to me. Okay, but you have to determine what's worth it to you, the time that you put in. And we're saving you time with our grant tracker because we've done the research. And we have a free online tool that provides you with lists of hundreds of grant opportunities. Start there. Don't stop there. Start there and continue your search. because there's grants all over the place. Big money is at the state level in your local areas where you're at, from churches to foundations to the government, state, county, and city, to individuals, right? I, as a small business owner, I started a grant fund for women business. And then I gave out grants to over 12 entrepreneurs and small business owners. Then I gave another grant to one of my peers who is a business owner for her entrepreneurship development program. So, there's all types of people out here wanting to help and giving out free money to businesses. So if you have questions, please do let me know. If you need to be pointed in a direction for additional resources, let me know as well. But again, the grant tracker is on our website at www.shebosstaught.com. The link is in the description, in the show notes. You should see them, and they'll be in the comments as well. We'll pin them in the comments. Now, the best tool that I have right now, you don't need to get on a consult with me, although you can, is money. I've been asked, can I write your grants for you? No, I don't do that. I have referrals. You don't need to do that right now. There are grants that you do. If you need a grant writer, I will let you know. There are people ask me, can you apply for me? No, because it would be too expensive. My time is very valuable, and it just doesn't even make sense for you to pay for me to apply for your grants, right? And I can't guarantee that you'll win the grant, right? Because I don't know how much effort you put in. I don't know if you follow the instructions. I don't, right? What I can tell you is the best tool that I created is our winning grant application cheat sheet and checklist. You can see it scrolling across the screen. It's also in the description. It's also on our website. This cheat sheet has all my insider tips on how I won grants, and how the information in there is exactly what I use to win grants, and what my peers, what my community has used to win grants for their businesses. All types of grants. So don't go into applying for grants blindly, because I get emails every single day and people are missing all types of things that they have no clue, because I can't assume you have business acumen, but you need to have your business in order if you want to qualify for more grants and you want to increase your chances of winning a grant. There are just some basics that many business owners unfortunately don't know, because you don't have the education, you didn't have a mentor. There's many reasons, but that's not a reason to not get free money, because I'm giving you the tool. Get the cheat sheet. You don't know how to write a grant. I tell you what they're asking for and how to apply. I'm telling you tips on how to stand out as a person applying for a grant, when you're applying with hundreds or even thousands of other people. How do I tell a compelling story? How do I write, this summary or this essay they're asking for? I give you a template and I give you examples. Exact copy of what I wrote to win grants. It's in the cheat sheet. Get it. It's $47. And if you have not seen my interview with Vicki Woodard, who won recently the Back to Black Business grant, $5,000. She got her EIDL grant and loan, and about to get an increase on her EIDL loan. She tells her journey from being afraid, not thinking any money was out there, not knowing till she came across our channel, to going after it. Once she came across our channel and started seeing the content and being motivated to take action in her own business. Her business was temporarily closed, and she's in property preservation. So again, it doesn't matter what type of business that you have, there's a grant for you. It doesn't matter if you're a startup or if you've been in business 10 years. There's a grant out there for you. Not all of them are COVID related, right? But you have to be able to prove that you have a verifiable legitimate business. And it takes time to go through to vet out thousands of applications. That's why that's why it's taking as long as it is for Facebook. And people are like, oh, I didn't find out in a week. Look, you have to have patience. I don't worry about it. I just track it. I monitor the grants. And I know I'm going to get it. So again, the tools are here available for you. Bookmark the tracker, our grant tracker. Get the cheat sheet. When you download our winning grant application cheat sheet, please use a computer or laptop, because I'm getting emails from people that can't access their downloads because you're doing it by your cell phone or some mobile device that you cannot retrieve your download. Use a computer. When you are applying for grants, do not apply using your cell phone, please. You're risking not seeing all of the information or not providing all the information. Everything is easier if you just go to your computer or your laptop and apply for grant or download the tools that we have available for you. Then you download them and you save them to your file, whether it's a Dropbox or Google Drive. Save it and use it. It is a fillable cheat sheet that you use over and over and over and over for every single grant that you apply for. It has all my tips and tricks in it. And if you have the cheat sheet already, let me know. Share your testimonial on here. And I know some of you all have already done it. I'm so excited for you. Like I said, Vicky she took action, got our tracker and got the cheat sheet, and she got the grant that she didn't think she could get before. And just to see her expression and her tell the story about when she was notified that she was even selected for the next step, and then the next step, and then when she was notified she was awarded, and then when she got the deposit in her bank account. Man, who wants a deposit in their bank account? I know I do. There's no feeling like it that you can take and do with your business, whether you need to hire, you need to reopen your business, you need new equipment, you need to repair your venue. Whatever it is, there's money out there for you. Just set your goals, know what you intend to use the money for. Have a goal for how much money you want in grant money. Do you want 100,000? Do you want 50,000? Everybody is different for everybody. It's just whatever you want. Set the goal and make it happen. Okay. So I hope this has been very helpful for you. Again, this was not about telling you how to repair your credit. If you want a resource, I have an excellent reference for you, a referral for you if you need a help repairing your credit. If you need a grant writer for other types of grants that need the more lengthy proposals, I will provide that also in the comments as well. I want you all to have as many resources as possible. I don't want you all to be able to make any excuses. There is no excuse for not to get money for your business. There is none. Not right now. In unprecedented times, when these unprecedented opportunities weren't here before, and they may never be here again. It's here right now for you. So you need to act now. Let's do it. Okay? Let's do it. I believe in you guys. I know you can make it happen. There's a grant with your name on it. And then when you get it, come back, share your testimonial. And I'd love to have you here on the show so that you can inspire and empower other people to take action and to give free money for their business. Okay. So I wish you all continued success. Have a great day. Continue to be the boss with amplified impact. Stay safe.